Hey everybody, in this video we're going to go over ir, which is to go. And so our learning target is going to be, I can talk about where I or others go. We're going to be covering all the different forms of ir. So let's look at our verb chart. If you are taking guided notes, make sure that you are writing these down in your notes. We have yo voy, I go, tú vas, you go, él or ella or you formal, usted va, nosotros vamos, right? Like Dora, vámonos. And ellos van, or they go. So, voy, I go. Vas, you go. Va, he or she goes. Vamos, we go. And van, they go. Now, let's look at these in the context of some sentences. Let's look at the way that we use it. So, you can use ir in two ways. Hay dos maneras, or two ways that we use ir. You can say that you're going to a place or location. So ir plus a plus the place. Getting ahead of myself. So going to a place or location. So for example, voy a la tienda. I go to the store. Now remember that a in here, it changes based on if your place is masculine or feminine. I think you might remember that from last year. So if we're going to a masculine place like el supermercado is masculine, right? So a plus el, we make it al. So they get squished together. Versus voy a la tienda, if I'm going to a feminine place, a plus la, it just stays that way. A la tienda. And the reason why, if you want to get into the phonetics of it, a plus el, like for example, if I'm speaking quickly, voy al tienda, or voy al supermercado, it's like that. A el, you naturally want to say al. So that's why we just write it that way. Now, you can also use ir to go, as in you're going to do something, like talking about a future action. So you go to a place, and you also could be going to do something. So ir plus a, and in this case, a verb. So you do not have to conjugate the verb when you use ir. So going to do something, you're going to do a verb. Nobody's acting out the verb. It's just the naked verb itself, or the infinitive form if you want to get real fancy with it. But you're just going to say, like, your form of ir plus a, which is to, and then your verb in its naked form. Let's look at some examples. All right, this is going to be where it makes a lot more sense. So let's look at voy a la tienda. It's to a place, right? So I go to, which is a, the store. How about vas a estudiar? In this case, we're using ir for something different. We're using it to do an action. So, are you going to study? So, vas is are you going to estudiar, study. Sorry, vas is are you going, is to estudiar, study. I messed that up. Ignore that. Next one. All right. How about Albert va al gimnasio? So Albert va, he goes, al, to, gimnasio, the gym. So remember that gimnasio ends in an O. It's masculine. So when I write this out, it'd be Albert va a el gimnasio, and but a plus el, we squish them together, and that's why we get that al in there. Now we have vamos a la playa, which is we are going to the beach, or let's go to the beach. So vamos, we are going to la playa, the beach. See how everything just kind of fits together? It's like sentence puzzle building. All right. Ellas van a dibujar. So see how we have that naked verb to draw? It's an action. So in this case, they're going to do an action. So, ellas van, they are going to dibujar, draw. Voy a hacer la tarea. This is another action, see? So, voy, I am going to do homework, hacer la tarea. See how easy that is? Now you guys are going to practice on your own, so I will see you in the next video after you do your practice. Y adios, everybody.